Tiana on Farscape, and I'm the host of Jim Henson's Creature Shop Challenge. This is my baby daddy. Yes, it's true. He put another alien. Now there's one alien's turned into two. What's he doing back there? Not again.
He's got the baby daddy shirt on and everything.
This is Jed Lazinski, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause. Look what he did!
He just came for DragonCon, and she finds a way to make everything awkward. Now here we are, we're co-hosting.
Out of nowhere, 2 minutes notice.
And this is my awesome brother, J.K.
Hello! I say dragon, you say con. Dragon! Dragon!
We've been traveling around the world on the Wonderland tour. We also play music as well. So we've been going since May, haven't we,
And we'll
Jay?
be playing tomorrow night, won't we?
And we're playing tomorrow night down at the Hyatt, 10:30. Come and watch us. I think it's Regency 6 and 7.
4 and 5, I think.
4 and 5 even.
Good on Roman numerals, shiz.
I can blame it on the baby brain. Woo. Anyway, welcome to our Friday night cosplay!
Also, I want to say all these papers were in order before we came up here, but then backstage Gigi dropped everything.
That's not true.
So-
You're not getting any love tonight.
We're staying in a room together, so I hope he's not getting any love tonight.
Alright, we will start the show sooner or later. You guys have seen a lot of great costumes walk across the stage since 2005, yes? Yes! What is the Friday night costuming contest? This is a craftsmanship contest. Our judges have already met with each of the contestants and examined their costumes closely to determine the very best of the best. Yeah! Each year, the contestants have consistently raised the bar on the level of work and detail they put into their costumes. Even the novices have been producing high-quality costumes. So last year, DragonCon decided it was time to raise the stakes. Ooh, drum roll, please. That's the weakest drum roll ever. Give it to me. Challenging contestants a little more. The skill levels are youth, novice, journeyman, and professional. And page turning.
And
So we're not.
You need help with that?
Oh, now you want to help. So you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
First of all, show them your lightsaber, babe. Oh no, it's not broken. Yeah.
it's just a cheap one, though.
You have no idea, like this.
I only agreed to do this if I could bring my lightsaber with me. She said, okay. I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
Okay, so first we've got the novice category. This is people that have never competed in a major competition and does not make costumes professionally. And it says introduce the contestants, so I better do that. Come on, stand over here and pretend like we know what we're doing. Yeah. Come on, guys, you can do it. Number 1, Jed Lazinski, would you please read?
This is Kelly Conley. Kelly Conley is a designer from Erie, Pennsylvania. She's an avid fan of Dungeons & Dragons. The inspiration for this costume came from a Roman character who recently became a Valkyrie warrior. The outfit is an authentic Roman style and has implemented both an underdress and armor. The wings are formed from molded outdoor electrical wire held together with a thin layer of flexible plastic, allowing for a natural and fluid movement to occur while walking. Each feather is individually attached and the tips of the wings are hand-painted. This designer implemented elements in the costume that she has never worked with before, including leather, working, wings, and different methods of armor crafting. The armor is crafted from cut and molded athletic flooring and was designed to be both comfortable and practical to wear.
Round of applause. What a start. Setting the bar very high straight off the bat. Next up we have Jennifer Rota. This designer enjoyed the original Bloom Country comic strip that ran through the 1980s. Due to affection for one of the main characters, Opus, the penguin, the designer wished to pay homage by creating this costume. While walking through the hardware store, the designer spied the beer can chicken roaster, a metal frame that seemed to be exactly what was needed for the construction of the snout. Snout. The penguin feet used ping pong balls for toes. The body of the penguin was a was a store find for a generic penguin and was altered to align with the look of the comic strip character. The designer lives in, you know how to pronounce that one?
Decatur?
Decatur!
Australians.
Maybe we should ask the American. I am an American citizen. Can't you hear it?
And this is Jennifer's first ever time in a costume event at DragonCon.
Decatur! Good work, babe. My favourite are those ping pong toes. Babe, your toes look a bit like that. And number 3, Amber Leather. Novice, an original creation. Welcome Amber in her own creation, the Dragon Queen. Amber is from Stone Mountain, Georgia. She is self-taught in all techniques she has used from sewing, engineering to sculpting. The design for this costume started as doodle. What? Beg your pardon? Amber has made the costume completely by herself and in only 2 months. That's amazing. You look stunning.
That's awesome.
Amber works as a local library running children's programs. She enjoys crafting of all types.
One more time, round of applause for Amber.
All right, the next contestant is Lance Hicks. This designer is from Ackworth, Georgia, playing on the principle of practicality. He made this costume with character function in mind. Nightwing is perhaps the most acrobatic hero in the DC universe, and his suit should be accommodating. Using a second skin athletic shirt, 3D polymers, fabric, and acrylic paints and sealers were used to create the design. The gauntlets are made of foam and each have a separate feature.
Babe, I think his lights are bigger than yours.
I don't know. See about that.
Kiss.
The right is modified with steel to allow easy access to magnetized wingdings. I want to see wingdings. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
The left houses the wireless controls for the Atrium sticks. These are made of clear PVC tubing and couplings, cellophane wrap, and LEDs which are controlled remotely in the left gauntlet.
I love the abs. Did you get them at Fitness First?
Look at that body. Good look at that body.
I've just got one ab.
Looks out.
Just one. See them popping out.
Right.
This is amazing. All of these guys have never professionally made up. This is unbelievable. Wow. Okay, where are we at, boys? Jake?
All right, next up we have Dawn Chandler. Once again, we're in the novice category. And Dawn Chandler, the designer of this creepy costume, hails from Alabama. And this is her first entry in the contest. But the second year, getting a little spooked out here, but second year wearing the costume. The idea came from a YouTube video, but she added her own elements. Dawn built everything except the crutches and started with the back legs or stilts by wrapping the foam and fabric around them. The pants have extra fabric sewn into them to fit over the stilts. The fabric strips are attached one at a time to the entire costume along with cheesecloth.
Terrifying!
Terrifying.
In an amazing way!
The front legs and foam is also wrapped around them. Everything is sewn together with yarn and oversized buttons. Last was the jacket and sewing on the foam arm. Height and weight is about 7 foot tall and about 30 pounds.
Bravo! That's amazing. Number 6, Jennifer Morris. Genre is film and TV. The designer is Jennifer Morris from Aiken, SC. The designer chose to portray it from, things are getting scary up here, guys. From the Tudesque time period. Tudesque time period. It's how the Australians say it, okay?
Tudesque.
That's how convicts speak, all right? Stephen King's It and the most recent It movie. The original It is depicted in newspaper clippings as appealing and from many different eras. The makeup is inspired from the more recent It movie. I have not seen it because I was too scared after the first one.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Just like you with Jaws too.
You're amazing. She got started in costuming in college with the Society for Creative Anchorism. That's amazing. This is the first attempt.
Anachronism.
All right, number 7.
Okay, this is Moira Ashland. Myra. This designer has been working on this costume for over a year. The cape and gloves were patterned from scratch and hand embroidered. The crown is made from heat-formed plastic and auto paint.
Stop that crown. Oh, it's turning into a very different show.
The dress is made from matte satin and suiting material, features hand embroidery and hand sewn trim. The wig and dress both feature magnets for a magical transformation, which we just saw, to the ice dress. This dress features hand painted and sewn beading, a cape made, and hand dotted glitter paint to resemble ice crystals. The shoes, let's see those shoes.
Let's see them. Oh, yeah.
Spark.
The shoes are made from heat-formed thermoplastic on a heel base. The skirt has 2,000 rhinestones hand-applied. The dress took an incredibly long time to figure out the engineering and assemble all the parts and accessories.
One more time for Myra. All right, you guys really like that one?
You know what else could be sparkling right now, babe?
Oh, this is turning into a horror movie.
What more does a girl need to do? All right, number 8. Take it away, Jake Edgeley.
Next up, we have Heather and Bill Tracy. Ooh, here we go. Oh, we like this one. Heather and Bill are from Raleigh, have been cosplaying since DragonCon 2014, and this is their first cosplay contest. After seeing Doctor Strange, Heather knew they should cosplay these characters and get the costumes as movie quality as possible. Many hours were spent scouring the internet for close-up shots of the costumes to get just the right fabrics and details. Some items were made from a pattern, but everything was heavily modified to be closer to the movie versions. The cloak of levitation, in particular, was hand-patterned. The metal pieces, such as Eye of Agamotto, were 3D printed and then hand-painted. Bill built and coated the LED shield and fan props. Heather hand-stitched the Doctor Strange symbol on the front of the vest and hand-stamped the detail on her stoles. Their favourite parts of the costumes are the cloak of levitation and the silk stoles. One more time for Heather and Bill Tracy.
Number 9, Shimizu. Okay, here we go. Evan was told that he could be anything he wanted to be when he grew up. So he designed and built Falandirth from Silver Dragon. The costume was constructed over 3.5 years. Consists of approximately 13,000 scales, hand sewn onto a plethora, unitard base. Woo woo! And weighs roughly 50 pounds. Carry on.
We're not done. Falandirth's head is made from upholstery foam, has a moving jaw with a custom-built hinge and a light-up mouth and eyes. His tail is made out of acrylic and nylon webbing skeleton wrapped inside of foam. The wings made by the crooked feather extend manually. Let's see those wings.
Wow.
Go ahead, extend them. Let's see. Let's hear it.
I should borrow that unitard for yoga.
Evan is a computer science PhD candidate from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
One more time.
Amazing. Quite extraordinary. Number 10.
Okay, this is Nick Conti.
I love this one.
There is a forest deep in the mountains of some long-forgotten land called Fall Forest. In this forest lives a faun who wanted adventure, and so he sets out into the world. This costume is inspired by a Daryl Toe comic. The hood of the faun is modeled after one in the Dragon Age 2 video game worn by the main character. Mostly all material in the creation of this costume has been recycled. The costume creator used a leather jacket, couch backing, and a throw rug, all costing a total of $40. The shoes are size 11 women's 5-inch heels shaped by wall plaster and crochet squares. The costumer actually taught himself to sew for the first time by working on the hood.
The eco-friendly Nick.
Number 11, Christopher Mrazinski. All right, so this is a gaming genre. Chris hails from Bay City, Michigan, where he works full-time as a prop maker. What is going on here? Is someone going to have nightmares all night? This is Chris's first full costume build and took roughly 6 months to complete. The suit is constructed from foam muscles and upholstery foam coated in latex. The plate bearer's head and hands were hand sculpted, molded and cast in latex. The suit has very limited visibility and really is as warm as you'd expect. The suit has a single zipper along the rear and is masked by the removable spine, usually requiring another person to help get in and out of the suit. Wow, man, you look...
Good job, man.
Is that what's going to happen? Is that what...
Chris carries with him a corrupt plague sword coated with real rust, which was carved from insulation board, yielding a very lightweight prop. One more time for Chris, everybody.
Good job, man.
Alright, so here we go, guys. So let's see, let's pause for a moment before we move on to our next category, which is Journeyman. So we're finished with our novice, so let's give them a huge round of applause. And let's pause for a moment to introduce to you the folks behind this magic. The contest project manager, Mandy Owens. Costuming track director, Lee Cox. Programming operations director, Bill Harrison. Main programming director, Kat Harrison. And last but not least, the lady that lets me email her and stalk her all year round to beg to host this amazing night, the beautiful Regina Carving! Cool, shall we move on to our Journeyman category?
Yeah.
All right, kids, so here's the deal. At least 1 year costuming experience, has won an award at another costuming contest, and has entered this contest 2 or more years.
So this stuff's going to be neck level.
Woo! All right, let's kick it off, boys. Yep.
Okay, we've got Rebecca Ray. Roughly a year ago, Becca Lane Creations realized that The Little Mermaid was one of the few Disney princesses to not have a full ball gown. Instead, she had a simplistic A-line dress, which frustrated her because she has a love for making and wearing ball gowns. One night, she ended up watching the 2015 live-action Cinderella movie. After the beautiful ballroom scene, an idea came to mind. She then sketched it down and dove headfirst into bringing that sketch to life. The sketch combined the iconic Cinderella skirt, petticoats and all, with the Disney parked Ariel boat ice and sleeves.
Bodice.
Again. Whatever.
English?
Whatever. Becca Lane is an Atlanta-based costumer who enjoys making and wearing princess costumes. She wears her costumes to brighten people's day by seeing fairy tale characters in real life.
My day is definitely brighter. Thank you, Rebecca. Next up, we have Jessie Trotter in the genre of gaming. This is a solo wolf cosplay as Geralt from Rivia from The Witcher. Any fans out there of The Witcher? Amazing. Solo wolf cosplay has been cosplaying for 5 years now, and this is his third contest. His Geralt of Rivia cosplay took 1.5 years total time to make. Most of the costume is hand sewn, and the necklace has LEDs. All the armor is naturally aged over time and used as LARP armor. L-A-R-P. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Jessie.
Number 3, Nina. No, it's Nina.
Oh.
It's actually pronounced Nina. Thank
Nina.
you, baby daddy.
Correct.
Nina is a student at the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga and has been